Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, but more importantly, welcome back to the Capri. Now in the first video, you saw me collect this from my local car auction and that first kind of sketchy drive home. And my first thoughts on the car I shared there in that first video. In this video then, what can you expect? Well, a bit of an update on the Capri and some answers to those questions that many of you have asked me in the comments in that last video. So stay tuned. If you've asked a question, I'll try and answer it in this video. As part of the update, I'm going to share with you what I've done to this car to resolve that kind of warm engine running. The engine was running a little bit warmer than I was comfortable. So I've done some stuff about that and hopefully I fixed it. I'm going to let you know some of the things that I've noticed with this car, having spent a little bit more time with it, and cover off some of the things that you guys spotted on that first video that you shared through the comments. I'll also tell you how much I paid for my Capri 2.8 injection. They're from Mannheim Auctions in Saltash. And I'd be interested in your feedback. Was it a good price for this car? Was it a fair price, or have I overpaid for my Capri? Do let me know in the comments section below when we get to that bit of the video. And finally, I'll tell you what my plan is with my Ford Capri. I think it's fair to say there at the end of that first video, well, I was kind of in two minds as to whether to keep this car or to move it on. Didn't really know what to do, but I've got a plan and I'll let you know what that is a bit later on in the video. Now, if you're watching this video and you haven't seen the first one, click the link above right now, go back and watch that video, and then when you've seen it, come back and watch this one. And if you have seen that first video and you're sticking with this one and you haven't subscribed, please do, because it really helps my channel grow. And don't forget to like this video. Right, let's get on with it. Firstly, I want to thank everyone who watched, who liked and who commented on that first video. It's been viewed over 110,000 times, which for Cornish car collectors, well, it's our equivalent of going viral. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now, a few of you pointed out from that first video that the AOA on the registration of this car actually indicates that it was registered in or around Birmingham back in August 1984. And well, that corresponds with some of the early receipts that I found in this car's history. This car was actually registered on the 1st of August 1984. And that makes it the very first day that you could register a car with a B registration. And that makes sense because this is one of the final Capri 2.8 injections produced in this specification and this trim, with the 2.8 injection special being launched just a couple of months later in October 84. I pointed out the paintwork blemishes on my Capri in that first video, with many of you commenting on it, and the vast majority of you were really complimentary about this old girl. Thank you so much for that. And to be honest, the car is very presentable indeed. In fact, I can't drive this anywhere without someone coming over and talking to me about how nice an example it is and how nice it is to see one on the road. And it's only really when you get up close and personal with the Capri that you can see the small issues with the paintwork around the body of the car. However, that can't really be said for what's underneath the bonnet, and many of you have pointed out some of the overspray there on the strut tops, the loom and other parts situated there on the wings and on the front slam panel. This Capri is really solid, but I am minded that the person who painted this car really could have taken much better care when doing the job. I'm okay with it though, because, well, it's something to address in the months and years ahead of me owning this car. And to be honest, this car's 40 years old and it's a Capri. It's a miracle that it's still here. It's a great survivor, and that's a credit to the previous owners who have clearly maintained, looked after and loved this car. This really is a survivor Capri in mechanically and cosmetically decent condition. Sure, there are some blemishes with the paint, some overspray here and there, and a bit of filler in a small number of places. But this is a Capri after all. And rotting, well, that's one of the things that these cars did best. But this is still here. It's MOT'd, it's driving, and it's got lots of miles left in it yet. I absolutely love it. Now, I've also noticed a few other things with the car. There again, under the bonnet, you'll see that the expansion tank on this car is wrong. It's actually from a much newer car. The front valance trim there under the bumper is missing, and I'm not sure what this little box is for. An old security system maybe? Something to do with the stereo? But whatever it is, the dashboard has been drilled, which is a real shame, and it means I need to get one at some point in the future. And I still need to replace that clock. Following the first video, a few of you got in touch and offered me some of the parts that I need to bring this car back up to its former glory, and I really appreciate it. In fact, if anyone's watching now and you've got some of the parts that I might need, please do get in touch. And well, heck, maybe this could be the first car that's put back together purely through the power of YouTube, through all of you that are viewing the video. Anyway, let's talk about this engine cooling issue and what I've done about it. And also, another point that some of you have mentioned in that first video, those Scottish number plates. So some new parts here for the Capri. First of all, a replacement for that viscous fan. We found this one on eBay. It was about 130 quid. In fact, I'll flash the advert on the screen now. Maybe it's a bit more than 130 quid, but not a lot more. So a new replacement like for like viscous fan with an old viscous coupling in it. Now we'll try that and see if it works. If it doesn't, the Capri Club, they're in the parts catalogue. They actually do a new coupling for this. It's about 46 quid, so we'll definitely get one. But let's see if this cools the engine first of all. In fact, let me show you the problem with the viscous fan that's currently on the car. Here is our viscous fan. And if I turn it around, I should find, there it is. We've got a crack there in the fan itself. So that must be part of our cooling problem, because if I start the car a moment, I'll show you that this viscous fan isn't turning at the right rate to really generate the sort of suction through the radiator of that nice cold air that sits this side to cool the water that's in our engine. Here, let me start it and show you. As you can hear, the engine is running really nicely. No tappety noises there or anything at all. It's a really sweet engine. And as you can see, the viscous fan is turning. However, and don't try this at home, but I shouldn't be able to stop the fan, as I have there, and rotate it the other way. There really is no resistance there at all. So this viscous fan and the viscous coupling needs to be swapped out. So that definitely needs to be swapped out. And also, well, we've got a parcel. What's in here? I think you'll know because a few of you have asked me to change this. So good old DMB graphics. Well, we've got replacement number plates for the Capri, and in here, this is really exciting. Certainly if you've been following the restoration of this car, I have bought, oh, there it goes, new, if it ever comes out, there we go. Get that one that's on the floor. So, new plates for the Capri. We'll put them on in this video. And for the Sierra Cosworth that we're restoring, a new Sierra, a new RS, and a new Cosworth badge, and 4x4 side badges. So if you're following that project here on the channel, well, these will be going on the car at the end of that restoration. Do watch those videos if you haven't. Also, I think, yeah, a couple of stickers in here as well for the underside of the Sierra bonnet. But today's all about the Capri, new number plates, new viscous fan. Let's go. They say that all you need to do this job is a hammer and a spanner, a 32mm spanner, which I've got here, but that one is too wide. So went to see my neighbour John. He gave me an adjustable, but that was too wide. I went to see my other neighbour Malk. He gave me this, but even that is too wide. It turns out what you actually need is the hammer and one of these special viscous fan spanners, which I've actually got, just popped up to the local garage and borrowed these. So it should be easy now. Let's have a go. When in doubt, isn't it, with this? And there it is. And there's that nasty crack running through it. Right. Let's swap it over for this one and see if it makes a difference. Right, so we got the old one off. Now I've got to get the new one on. Now, John did say, and it really helped there, to get the old one off, sometimes you've got to give it a bit of a whack. So we did, and it worked. Now we've got to get this one on somehow, which looks fiddly. That's cool. Yep. Okay. Let's tighten them up. Same way we took the other one off. How annoying. Just as I finished this, I checked the camera and it had stopped. So a quick reenactment. There it is, and you just hit it with the hammer. And that is done. Right, let's start the engine. Let's see what happens. It's been running now for quite a while, and look at that temperature gauge. Have we fixed it? I'll take it for a drive in a minute and let you know. I know, before you all take to the comments, I've got some kind of bad earth going on the car. When the headlights are on, well, I also get the driver's side indicator, so I'll have to sort that out. I suppose that's one of the benefits of filming the things that you do for YouTube. You get to spot issues like that. Also, really sorry for the state of my garage right now. It's absolutely full to breaking with all of those Sierra Cosworth interior parts. I look forward to getting back into the car at some point in the future, so stay tuned to those videos. Now, as well as doing that viscous fan, I've also had the thermostat changed on the car, and it's had all new coolant. And well, it's fixed that running warm issue, which is such a relief and makes me feel far more confident taking this car on longer drives. And I've actually still ordered a new viscous coupling for this fan, because even with that new fan fitted, it's still not quite got the resistance that I want for that true peace of mind when sat in traffic. So I'll swap that out when that arrives. There's something else that you may have noticed. Through a bit of fiddling and a bit of lubricant, well, I've managed to get the sunroof to tilt. So that's now a tilting and a sliding sunroof on this Capri. Okay, now for the bit that everyone's waiting for. How much did I pay for my Capri 2.8 injection? Many of you asked me this in the comments on that first video. And well, here on the channel, I'll always be honest. I'll tell you the things that have gone well, I'll tell you the things that have gone less well, and I'll tell you how much things cost. Now, you remember that I bought this car at auction and I wasn't actually able to go to the sale, so I ended up bidding for this car online. I hadn't seen the car, I hadn't heard it run, I knew nothing about it, but James at Mannheim there in Saltash, he had made this video.
And then the next one, I love this just because it's retro and cool. It's a 1984 Ford Capri. 1984 B-Reg, my first car was B-Reg. This is a 2.8 injection. It's the one to have. I've opened the boot just to have a little look and have a bit of a nose. I've had a little drive in it. It drives absolutely fantastic. It's solid in the boot. It does the rams come down, which is why you got a little pole. That's a true classic. Absolute true classic. This one's done 92,000 miles. It's got a sunshine roof in the silver. Sports seats. Recaro. I believe it's got power steering. It does have power steering. And honestly, it drives absolutely fine. It really does. Great looking little car. Now the bonnet is fiberglass. So it's had a new bonnet on it, a fiberglass bonnet. And under the hood, look at that. Just lovely. Looks really good. 2.8 injection, starts, drives, and runs. I mean, it's not going to be long until that's MOT and tax exempt, surely. Go around this side. Really, really nice car. What it's going to make in the auction, I don't know. We will find out on Wednesday. But if you fancy the chances of owning that Ford Capri or that...
So along with that auction video and the auction report on this car, well, I bid on it online. But I've already said I wasn't able to go to the sale. But I was fortunate, a fellow YouTuber, Car World, actually was there at the sale and recorded it. So this next bit is courtesy of Car World. Thanks very much.
Next one, we'll take round ones of Ford Capris at 2.8 injection. This way, you can see that 2.8 injection for the 19,000 miles. I absolutely love this. MOT till November. It's got power steering, sunshine roof. Regularly clear. I don't know what's the range, but we'll start at 8,000 rand. 8,000 rand, 8,000 rand, 8,000 rand, 8,000 rand, 8,000 yes. That's absolutely fine on line. I've driven it. I'll tell you for a spin. It's absolutely fine on line. 8,000 rand, 8,000 rand, 8,000 rand, 8,000 rand, 8,2, 8,2, 8,2, 8,2, 8,3, 8,3, 8,4, 8,000 rand, 8,4, 8,4, 8,4, 8,4, 8,000 rand, 8,4 once, 8,000 rand, 8 goes in twice. Third final, 8,004. Thank you.
And if you'd like to see all of Car World's video, well, I'll put a link in the description below. Now, I'd like to say that I paid £8,400 for this car, but if you were listening carefully, then you'll have heard that James, the auctioneer, well, he didn't bring the gavel down on that sale, which means it was a provisional buy at £8,400. Well, that means that the seller wanted more for this car than I had bid. Now, in those situations, the highest bidder, me in this case, has the opportunity to negotiate with the seller, with the auction house acting as the go-between. So that happened, and in the end, I agreed to pay £10,000 for this Capri 2.8 injection. So with fees, that's £10,442. That's the total price that I paid for this car. And I'd love to know in the comments below, well, your thoughts on whether you think that's a good price, a fair price, or if I overpaid for this car. I don't know, I'm really, really interested to hear what you've all got to say. Now, it's fair to say, I think, that at the end of that first video, well, I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed with this car. After all, I'm already midway through a restoration on a Ford Sierra Sapphire Cosworth. And a few of my other cars, well, they needed some work doing as well. You see, I run my car collection on a real world budget, and I'm not sure I could afford to take this on as well as the Sierra, as well as everything else. I wondered if this car actually would be better suited to another enthusiast, someone who could spend a bit more time really bringing this car back, because it's a great, great foundation. But as I've spent more time with the car, as I've sorted out that warm running issue, as I've just spent time around it, driving it, looking at it and enjoying it, well, I'm minded to keep this Capri. I absolutely love it. It's fair to say I have really fallen for this 40-year-old Ford Coupe. I've got some new rear light lenses coming for this car because the ones that are on it at the moment, well, they are a bit battered. Also, that new viscous coupling, well, that should be here in the next couple of days, so I'll get that fitted. And I've actually ordered this car some new mats because nothing completes a car like a fresh set of mats. I'm really looking forward to getting them and putting them in the car. As for my plan with my Ford Capri, well, to be honest, for the rest of the summer, I intend to drive it and enjoy it, maybe take it to a couple of shows and maybe do a couple of small jobs, but really keep it as it is and just enjoy driving it. I'm going to get my Sierra Cosworth finished. I can't wait to bring that completed onto the channel and share that with you all. And then in the winter, maybe next year, I'll start to improve this Capri, start to improve it and bring it back to its former glory. So that's the plan, but you know what they say about best laid plans. I suppose we'll see. What's for certain is there's lots more content to come on my Ford Capri. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. It really amazes me and it humbles me, the number of people that are watching my car antics and what I get up to with my cars and with the collection. So thank you so much for watching. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Give this video a like and subscribe to see where we go with this car, with the Sierra and everything else that's on the channel. Thanks, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now. Bye-bye.